So I have 5 brothers. I had a very awesome, normal group of guy friends growing up. But now I have 3 sister-in-laws, and I get to see the girl side of dating. And it's insane. Just the way the average guy acts is scary.
There's been an issue with men lying to get women into bed since the dawn of time, but it seems like now it's absolutely at its worst.
I think it's time I tell y'all the story time of how I caught my ex-boyfriend cheating on me with his ex-girlfriend because of the host at the Cheesecake Factory off Camelback.
The vast majority of men contribute to women's trust issues. So we don't really have a leg to stand on. It's really crazy how much men try to deny how terrible men are, but it's just like every day you just see more and more evidence of how shitty men are. And I don't know, I don't know what it's gonna take for men to just accept it, but here we are, day whatever it is in the manosphere, and yeah, men are still shitty, and the women are still blowing the whistle on us. And even some men are too, to be honest with you. There is a small group of men that's like, hey, yeah, men are crazy, men are manipulative, men are liars.
My brother-in-law has something to say on the dating scene right now in the world. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
So I have 5 brothers. I had a very awesome, normal group of guy friends growing up. But now I have 3 sister-in-laws, and I get to see the girl side of dating. And it's insane. Just the way the average guy acts is scary. And we were scared too for the future of guys.
And there's more weird guys than there are weird girls.
Dude, if you want to lose faith in the future, just as a guy, download a dating app and create a profile as a girl and just swipe for 5 seconds. And then you will just pray for a nuke.
Truly traumatizing.
I wasn't in the flow state. I wasn't in the flow state when I was explaining. It was.
That's real. That's what's going on. That is what's going on. Like what he's saying, that's what's going on. For real. Men are atrocious. Men are atrocious. Men are so weird and problematic and just do so many strange things. It's ridiculous. And it's just the average man. It's not like the most diabolical man. It's like just it's the average man. The average man is diabolical.
There's been an issue with men lying to get women into bed since the dawn of time, but it seems like now it's absolutely at its worst. It seems like there's probably the vast majority of men are just lying to sleep with a woman and then move on to the next one. And there's just story after story after story on Reddit about men who are doing this. I just read one a few seconds ago. Men will say that they want something long-term monogamous. Date 3, they get the woman into bed, and then they're off to ghosting or whatever it is. Maybe they don't even make it that far. They say they want something serious and committed, and then as soon as you get to chatting to them, they're telling you that they actually just want friends with benefits. And I don't honestly know how to fix it. It's not an issue with dating apps, because this is also happening in in-person meetings. When you meet somebody face-to-face for the first time, they'll lie to you, they'll tell you what you want to hear, get you into bed, and then take off. It's also not an issue of men holding each other accountable, because I can tell you when I was on the dating apps, I certainly wasn't swiping through men's profiles and checking out, looking for guys I knew to make sure that they had put things in their profile that were accurate to what I knew about them. And the other thing is that this stuff is all happening in the privacy of conversations, chats, in-person conversations between the men and the women that they're trying to get into bed. There's no oversight in that element of the dating scene. So I don't know how we stop it. It seems broken. And the other thing too is that a huge number of men, I heard 50% or more of the men on dating apps are already in a relationship, married, committed, maybe engaged. I don't get cheating on somebody when you're engaged. Come on, you're about to tie the knot and you're out there cheating. Why are you still engaged? Just call it off and get back to the dating scene if that's what you really want to do. Anyways, I don't know. It's broken. I don't have any answers, but if you think you have any answers, put them in the comments. I think somehow together we've got to figure out a way to make dating great again?
Dating was never great. Dating has only been around for like 40, 50 years, and it was always terrible. And men have always lied to get into women's underpants, to get in relationships with women just so they could cheat on them, just so they can abuse them. That's Yeah, that's not a new thing. It's not. I don't think dating is worse. I think dating is better now than it was in the 90s, for the simple fact that a lot of men are not dating. I think that's the best part about dating in 2025. Like, a lot of men, especially like younger men, like most of the younger men are like, yeah, I'm out. So yeah, just by them not being on the market is making dating better. But no, I don't think this is like a new phenomenon at all. It's been going on since I was in high school, and I was in high school 30 years ago. So yeah, it's been the same thing pretty much forever. Um, but the men are the problem. And you see it at every single phase, right? The apps, the dating, whatever. And then you see it in the relationships. It's just men are crazy.
I think it's time I tell y'all the story time of how I caught my ex-boyfriend cheating on me with his ex-girlfriend because of the host at the Cheesecake Factory off Camelback. I would like to preface that before this incident, he literally was a perfect boyfriend, like met my family, everything. He's part of the reason I moved out here, so it's damn near perfect until the night, the eve of the cheating. We had a normal schedule. Like, I would go to bed, I'd be texting him like, hey, I'm getting ready for bed. Immediate FaceTime. Like, he was the sweetest person ever. Like, I'm literally a bitch. I'm a bitch. So bada bing, bada boom, babe. That night I text him and I'm saying like, hey, I'm getting ready for bed. Normally he immediately FaceTime me. Didn't want to FaceTime me. I was like, oh, that's weird. Like, that has never happened. To have anxiety about it. And I literally end up calling him, and we end up on the phone, and he starts to go off on me. And I was sitting at the phone crying because I'm like, oh, this isn't my sweet man. This is a devil. Like, this man needs an exorcism. And you better believe that if somebody, like a man, randomly becomes mean to you, oh, there's another woman. There's another woman. Pack your bags, run to the next station. You're done. Whenever I go to church the next morning, I'm literally crying in church because I'm like, I don't know what's happening. But it is important to note that that night I prayed to God. I was like, God, please remove my trust issues because it's ruining my relationship. I leave church and I'm spending the day with my friend, and I just can't shake this feeling. And the night before, I sent a message.
Men love women who don't have trust issues. I don't know if trust issues. I feel like trust issues could be a real thing, but I feel like it's also like very hard for it to be a real thing, because I think most men are not deserving of trust, like complete trust. So I don't mind women questioning me, like even right now in my marriage, like I don't like, my wife has questions, she could look through stuff, like I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, it is, we have conversations about stuff. We talk about stuff in depth all the time. But I don't care, because I've done things to betray her trust in the past. So, it's just like what you have to do. And if you're with a woman, um, if you are a healed man, or you never were scarred or harmed, and you are like completely undeserving of somebody not trusting you, then I can understand that. I can. Those men are few and far between, though. You know what I mean? Like, even if what I'm saying is like, even if my wife and I, for whatever reason we weren't together, and I started dealing with another woman, and the new woman didn't trust me, I still would have to blame I would still have to take accountability for what I've done to my wife, or what I've done to another woman, or whatever lies I've told in the past to women, because that I, no matter, I don't think that stain ever goes away. So I think women just pick up on that no matter what, a lot of times. So it just is what it is. And also, if I've done it to another woman and another man has done it to her, right? Like, I did it to another woman. My wife is off dating another man, and he's dealing with her trust issues that I caused her, and now I'm dealing with another woman who used to deal with a man that caused her to have trust issues. Like, I just got to take that. Like, if you know what I mean? Like, but that's what I was saying. The vast majority of men contribute to women's trust issues. So to me, we don't really have a leg to stand on. Like, I would be completely understanding, for the most part, of a woman having trust issues, even if I didn't betray her at that time. Even if I never betrayed her up until that point, like I would be like, nah, I get it though. That's just men cannot be mad at that. We don't have a leg to stand on.
And I was like, hey, like if you want to end things, it's up to you. Like whatever, you know, I still care about you, but it's your decision. Mind you, I have his location, so it just got to the point that I felt like it was disrespectful. He's bobbing and moving around town, like 15 minutes away from me, and not responding to my nice paragraph I sent. So I thought maybe he was taking space. That's why I was kind of like, okay, like maybe he just needs a day. Like he's the type to show up at my house the next day and apologize. So my friend leaves and I'm crashing out. I call one of my homeboys. I'm like, what do I do? He says, you need to pull up there. So I call my friend Sydney. I said, Sydney, I know you have work tonight, but can you please pull up to the Cheesecake Factory off Camelback with me to catch my boyfriend cheating? On the way. Mind you, I have a second phone. I know, I'm no better than a man. And I know how to change the locations on the phone, so I made my phone trackable to the other one and I left it here. I pull off, I speed there. She's speeding too. We're both coming. She's coming from Tempe, I'm coming from North Phoenix. We're like meeting in the middle. So we pull up. I pull up right before her and I check his location and it pulled off literally 2 minutes before. And I said, there's no way. There's literally no way. And I was like, I know something's going on now. Like, there has to be something going on. So she's like, should I turn around? I'll go in. Let me ask one of the help. Walk up in there. And I think my boyfriend's cheating on me. I literally have a hoodie on. Looked like I had been crying. Can you tell me if he was? And did you see this man? Pulled it up like a missing person. Pulled it, showed them and they go, oh, he just left with a girl. I'm so sorry. Called Sydney. We're pulling up to his house.
That's crazy, low key, to like get it. I probably, man, damn, what are y'all doing if somebody asks you and you at work? I don't know. That's crazy. That's a tough one. Like, not from a moral standpoint, just from like a safety standpoint. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's a little like, I don't know if I want to get involved, you know. But yeah, I would have told me personally, I'm fucking like, everybody know me, I'm a little like off in the head. So
I can't describe the feeling of me driving there. It was a 30-minute drive and I was just sitting there shaking because I didn't know what to do. And I called one of my friends back in Dallas and I said, this is what's going down and I'm freaking out. I don't know what I'm about to walk into, but I know I'm about to walk into something. So she said to just go in there calm, don't overreact. Like she was in a similar situation before. So I just remember we pulled up, we parked down the street, then we walked up his driveway, and I got my friend Sydney to knock. He answered the door, all smiles, because he thought she was the plug. From there, I walked, because I was just like to the side of her. I walked. I literally said, let me in, and I put my hand in the door, and he's like, come on in. And the first thing I said to him was, I looked at the girl wasn't surprised. I said, I'm his girlfriend, by the way. I looked to the side, her stuff was in the guest bedroom. I said, I told you that if you were going to do something like this to please break up with me because I can't handle being cheated on again. Then I walk around his island and I ask her, I said, how long has this been going on? He says, you don't have to answer her. Don't talk to her. And then starts to claim that we weren't together. At the moment, I don't know if it was rage or it was just pure pain. I'm literally looking at someone that I love say that I'm nothing to them pretty much. The girl is standing there, doesn't even care. Is so numb. And it's because she knew about me. The night before, when I was crashing out crying on the phone, she was listening. She was sitting right there. I later found out that it's his ex-girlfriend. She doesn't care. She wanted to come see him, and she bought her ticket to come see him. And then he looks down, and you can see, like, he's starting to, like, feel guilty. And I start to list out, so I didn't move here for you. You don't call me every single night to say I love you. You didn't meet my parents. We didn't spend our birthdays together. We didn't do this, and the third. I'm not going to say everything that happened in that house between those few words, but crashed out. I fully crashed out. And I'm okay with admitting that, but I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy, to be walked out of a house that you felt was like your second home and your safe place. For your boyfriend to sit in your face and say that you're not together. He can still get his nut off that night. I just remember looking at those two people and not believing that anybody would do something like that to me, because I would never do that. I left that house in tears. I didn't sleep for 36 hours. I went out with my friends every single night for a week straight. And I spoke to him a week later, and later told me everything I needed to know. I asked him what position they were in, what they did, how long she was in town, all of that. And it was the most heartbreaking conversation ever. I had the audacity to say, "You've been cheated on in every relationship you've been in, and you're the common denominator." But with that being said,
No, men are the common denominator. Men are the common denominator.
he told me he gave her $1,000. I said, okay, I need it doubled. You need to give me $2,000 because I'm your girlfriend, was your girlfriend, and I made him pay my rent that month and give me some extra money for something. I feel like the moral of me telling this story is pure entertainment, and the fact that money cannot fix the part of me that died when I saw what I saw. You were truly one heartbreak away from your happy ever after, and I hope that if you can see that I still believe that you will still believe that. I feel like my life is a testament of how many times I've started over and I've tried again and again, and every single time I get better or it gets better. So just try again.
I mean, at least you got a positive outlook. You know, I can appreciate that and I can respect that, but god damn, that was fucked up. God damn, that was really fucked up, man. Hopefully, I mean, women go through stuff like this, and women are vulnerable and then they bounce back. And I just like, men have no excuse because men go through a fraction of this and then they use this to justify abusing women for their, for their whole lives. But then women will go through this stuff and like be like, yeah, girlies, I'm gonna be back, bigger, bigger, better, stronger, faster. And I'm like, and I believe you. And the best of luck to you.